Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to see if we can get this boat running. Well, guys, I am excited. If you knew how long I've had this boat, I'm gonna tell you, I've had this boat. I've had this boat since my daughter got stuff growing in it. I've had this boat 20, maybe 25 years, maybe 24, 25 years. I paid $300 for this boat years ago. When I was a kid, when my kids were kids, for the fact I wanted something for my son and my daughter to go fishing with me in. So I bought this little boat for $300, and we have caught tons of fish in this thing. I mean, tons of fish. Well, then as my kids grew up, we quit fishing in it, and my brother started having kids. So I gave it to him. I said, look, keep this thing, don't sell it. This is for you and your babies to go fishing in. So he did. He had 3 kids, and he would take them fishing all the time. So he's put tons of fish in this thing. Well, his kids grew up. Now I got grandkids. So I want to say about 4 years ago, I told him, I didn't tell him. I said, hey man, I want my boat back. I'm coming to get my boat. He said, okay, cool, come get it. So I got the boat back, and it's been sitting over there in the yard for all those, for 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. It's been over there a long time, and we haven't done anything with it. Nothing. I wasn't even sure if the motor was going to work. This motor's been on here the whole time too. This is so for you guys that are looking for a good motor, this motor guide has been an absolute champ. Not sure the thrust on it. Let me see if I can find that. 40 says 40 tracker, so I assume it's a 40-pound thrust. This sucker's strong though. We used to have one on the front and we have another one on the back. It's in the shed. I didn't bring it. I just want to try this one out first. I don't even know if the seats work. Seats look good. They're not torn up. I got a little crack there. The seats look good. I'll be sitting there in the morning. I just want to get it out right now. I got a little tear here. Looks great. It looks really, really good. I'm not sure if it's got any holes in it. We're going to find out tomorrow. I'm going to put some oars in here just to be on the safe side, so if that motor gives out on me. But I'm going to put some oars in here, and in the morning, I'm going crappie fishing, catfishing, brim, whatever I can get to bite a hook, I'm after it. Because I got to put some weight on the board. I got some eggs I want to put on the board, and I want to put some fish on the board too. Plus I want to go fishing. It's my off day. I want to see how this boat turns out. My grandkids are supposed to spend the night this weekend, but Emma turned up sick. She's been throwing up, so she's not coming. We're going to wait till next weekend and get the babies out. And this is going to be us every weekend, hopefully. Every weekend we get the chance. We're going to get out in this thing. I'm not paddling no more. I usually paddle in my canoe everywhere. I may still take the canoe down to the Flint River and all that and do some catfishing. I got some big ideas for down there this year. But this is going to be me for my pond. I'm going to park it on the side of my pond. Hopefully it doesn't leak. That's my biggest thing. It didn't. My brother said it didn't leak for him, so we're going to cross our fingers. I think I vaguely remember my little hole right there, my little drain plug hole had a tiny, tiny leak. But we're going to see. We're just going to find out tomorrow. I hadn't been in this thing in probably 15 years myself. It's been a long time. I can't keep up with all the years. It's been a long time. Stick around. We're going fishing. hasn't started yet. I heard it's supposed to be windy today. But the boat's looking good. I walked to the back, and so far I don't see any leaks so far. And for what little time I normally spend on the water, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But boat's looking good. The motor's working great. It's nice to be able to. It's nice. Let me block that sun. It's nice to not have to worry about falling out of the canoe. I found out I need some new boots. My boots aren't waterproof anymore. But today, what we're going to be doing is something that I started doing last summer with my niece, and we just had a ball doing it. It's not really your traditional type of fishing, but seeing how this is my lake, we can do about what we want to pull some fish in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use some bottles. We call it crappie trapping, but we'll put some bottles out there with a hook on it, some minnows, chunk them all over the lake. I got 12 of them, and see if we can't get something to bite. We'll take home some bass, some crappie. My mama, she loves bass for some reason. I just can't stand bass, but I'm going to bring some home for her, hopefully, and some crappie, and I may get the fishing rods out, throw some worms out. We're just going to see what to bite. This is our first day out, so stick around. All right. This is basically jugging for you folks in the South that know about that, or noodling with the pool noodles and stuff. It's basically the same thing, but it's super fun. It's super fun. And I'm not exactly sure where the crappie are right now, so I just went around the whole lake. I got them all the way around, pretty much scattered around. Those little minnows, they'll swim around. And we'll just wait to see if something bites. I don't think it'll be long. Well, oh, there goes one. I was just about to say I hadn't got a bite yet. I literally turned the camera on and said I hadn't got a bite yet. And I got a bottle going crazy on the other side of the lake. Everything's blown all the way across the lake. The wind picked up the second I started. About 10 minutes after I got all the bottles out, the wind just took off. Come on, boat. Yeah, he's still on there. He's still on there. He's tucked up in the grass right there. He's still on there. Let's see what we got. There you go. A nice bluegill. That hook is down there. A nice bluegill. Got a bluegill on a minnow. I'll take it. Let's see if we can get out of this brush. Joker just went right under the boat. He went right under the boat. Let's see where he went. There he is. Oh, he got off. Got off. Dang it. Well, the wind has picked up and we are not getting any bites. I got a couple. I caught that one brim. I had one bite right there. I had a couple other bites when I first started, but nothing really super exciting. I think I may park the boat. The boat's working out great. I don't have any leaks. The leaks are nil, no leaks. This is really great. So I am going to have a blast with this thing this spring and summer with my grandbabies. I think we are going to pull in some fish. And the aspect of me not having to worry about turning the boat over, the paddling, all that, this is just going to be great. I need to start remembering to wear a hat. This sun has been killing me. But I may put up all the bottles and just park the boat and get back on the dock and see if we can pull in some brim and some catfish. I want to catch something today. Well, fishing was horrible. I didn't catch a thing. I caught the one little brim and that was it. I had a couple little bites I couldn't get to in time, and then I had one fishing on the dock with some worms, and I missed it. But I've been out here, it's a little afternoon now, so I got to go cut some grass and get my spring grass cut and started. But it was still fun. We still got some other stuff we got to do real quick, but I want to talk about the boat. The boat was an absolute success. I'm super happy about having the boat back on the water. I just got to rig me up a little system to get it out of the water. It about killed me trying to get it out of the water. It's a little heavy, but I got something figured out to get it out of the water. I think what I'm going to do is just pop me a hole in the ground right here, put me a 4x4 post, cut it off maybe 2 or 3 feet from the ground, add me a winch to it. That way I can just run a rope down through there and just crank it, concrete it in, of course, and then that way I can just crank it in and out of the water, or crank it out of the water every time I need to take it out of the lake. And because I have to pull the plug every time. If it rains, the boat will fill up with water, and I definitely do not want that. So that's going to be my thing. I'm going to dig me a hole here with a post hole diggers, concrete me in a 4x4 post, and fix it where I can get it in and out. But I'm super happy about the boat. This thing worked out great. The motor worked great. Battery, of course, battery's brand new. It worked out great. We're going to catch a lot of fish, hopefully, with this thing this summer. Not too successful today, but stick around. We got some more things. We got one more thing we're going to do to wrap this video up. I have to get my weight, my weekly weight in, my weekly weigh-in done for our SHEDWARS competition. I'm super excited about that. I was hoping to add some fish to it, but that's okay. I'm going to let this little one go real quick, and I got to get to cutting some grass. Well, the fishing was terrible. I caught one, I missed a couple. Look at the chickens piling out. It's evening time, they were up. They said they heard me coming. The fishing was terrible. I gotta walk away from the coop. The fishing was terrible, as I say again. Maybe better next week, hopefully. The grandkids will be here next week. But I only have one thing to put on the scale this week, and that's eggs. The ladies have been working real hard. We've got a handful of eggs to scale out. Maybe 3/4 of a bucket. And whatever we have today to go with it. So not a big weigh-in. But it's my first one. And I said I was going to start in opening day. I was going to keep a record of everything I produce this year. So we're going to get a count or a weight on these eggs. Write it down for this week. And call it a week. Let's see what we got. All right, well, I got a radio playing inside the front, so I can't really video in there without turning the radio off, but I didn't have any eggs in there. This is where we've been getting most of our eggs from. Let's see what they got for us. 4. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've had some heavy days, and then I've had some light days. But 4's not bad. We'll eat that. Well, that's not bad for 1 week. That's a pretty good haul for the week. Let me grab the scale and see what it weighs. 3.945. Not too bad. Almost 4 pounds. It honestly seems like it would be a lot more. But 4 pounds is not too bad. That's not too bad a haul for a week's worth of eggs. And it's only going to get better. We have more chickens on the way. Of course, they won't produce till later on in the year, but that's not too bad. 4 pounds to start my SHEDWARS competition off week 1. I think that's not too bad. It's going to only get better. I was hoping to catch some fish, maybe next week when the grandkids get here. But anyway, not too bad. I got to clean these up, put them up. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. I hope you guys are participating in SHEDWARS. I can't wait to see all y'all's week 1 total weights. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button, the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. Love you guys to death, and we'll see y'all on the next video.